Hello, beautiful people. A beautiful morning to you and welcome to the show. I am Ayo and I will be reviewing with you today. And I am not here alone. I have a guest in the house who will be joining me in the session of newspaper review. And can you please go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers?
My name is Esther Patrick and from Prime TV.
So we will be taking you through the session of newspaper review for today. But before we go into all that we are for you today, let's go on a quick break and we will be right back. Welcome back to the newspaper review for today. And we have quite a number of headlines to be reviewed with you today. So very quickly, let's go into the news and details. And first of which we will be reviewing with you today is from The Punch, and it says, foreign trips, FG may save over 5 billion naira quarterly. Very quickly, let's look at the news in details. The federal government may save an estimated amount of over 5 billion naira every quarter from the new policy banning officials of ministries, departments, and agencies from embarking on public-funded foreign trips for 3 months, according to an analysis of government budget data by The Punch. The data was collated from the breakdown of funds earmarked for international travels in the 2024 budget by 103 MDAs. President Bola Tinubu had raised concerns about the rising cost of international travels borne by director, permanent secretaries, and workers of the Federal Civil Service. As a result, the president, in a letter dated March 12, 2024, signed by the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, and addressed to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, banned government officials from embarking on public-funded trips. The ban, which is meant to reduce cost in governance, will become effective in April 1st, 2024. We took the story yesterday, but the Chief of Staff already said that the costs of, since this administration is currently working on cutting down costs of governance, according to him, that if they are meant to cut down the foreign trips meant for these ministries, ministers of these MDAs, and all of these agencies, that they would be saving over 5 billion naira. So like I told you, I will not be reviewing with you alone today, and Esther is here with me to review this session with me. So just yesterday, we were made to understand that the Mr. President already banned ministers and they will be going on these foreign trips. He said they have to give him 2 weeks ultimatum and they have to give viable reasons why they want to go on this foreign trip. So before I take my part of the story, what is your take on this? How effective do you think this is going to be on the economy of Nigeria?
Okay, from what I'll say, sorry.
Okay, so one of the things I feel concerning this is that according to what the Chief of Staff had said, Mr. Gbajabiamila said if they should cut all of these foreign trips, that they will be saving 5 billion naira every quarter. So that means since the Mr. President already said this thing is taking off on the 1st of April. That means for the next 3 months, April, May, June, they're going to save 5 billion naira. And we still have about 9 more months for this year to come to an end. My own take is, first, why should they make it only 3 months? It shouldn't just be that they were stopped from traveling only for 3 months. I'm sure the essence of this, their traveling, is for conferences that are not even viable. Recently, we made to understand that the assistants, the AGM, the Accountant General of the Federation, she went on a trip, a conference with people, with all of staff members to Dubai, or I think Dubai or thereabout, to have a conference. And I personally think this conference can actually happen here, right here in Nigeria, because there are beautiful places in Nigeria that they could have done this conference. And considering that we want Naira to appreciate, we cannot keep going on foreign trips and expect Naira to increase in value, because they will be spent, these foreign trips, they are not paying in Naira, they are paying in dollars. And as long as they pay in dollars, there's 100% tendency that Naira will keep appreciating. So the major concern of Nigerians now is that, now that they already told us that we will be saving 5 billion naira. 5 billion naira is not chicken change. It is not small money. So if we will save 5 billion naira every quarter, that's in every 3 months, if these people don't get to travel, they save 5 billion naira. What stopped them from saying, okay, you will only be going on foreign trips once in a year? These are other things that they should consider. It is not like immediately, because a lot of them will pause their foreign trips and say, no, since Mr. President already said we are not going on foreign trips for 3 months, they may abide by it. Then immediately after, they'll go ahead and say, no, since it is over, it is already June, we can continue our foreign trips. So my own take on this story is that they should have made it something that will last till a certain period of time, just so they can gain more money, so that they can gain this money they are spending on foreign trips. They can invest this money in the advancement of the economy. So they can invest this money on working on how insecurity can be curbed in the country. They can invest on agriculture, because for any country to advance, one of the things they invest on is that to invest on production. And if we look at the country that we are in, we discover that there is less production. A lot of things are coming in, but we have less people who are into production. And as long as we don't invest on production, that our things are not even circulating within the country, how then are we going to do things that we will export out of the country? Also, this cutting down governance by banning foreign trips, it is a desirable development. But another thing we should also be looking at is that we want something that is transparent. Now, the chief of staff already told us that we are going to be saving 5 billion naira, not even millions, billions of naira. And if it kicks off in April, that means we'll be saving 15 billion naira in this month alone, in this year alone, in 2024 alone. And another thing we should consider is transparency on how that money will be invested. You know, when this administration came into power, we were made to understand that subsidy was gone. That was the word. And we saw that a lot of money were recovered from subsidy. But one of the things that wasn't made known to us is what they are investing that money they recovered from subsidy. It wasn't transparent to Nigerians. We just knew subsidy was gone. We knew they were recovering a lot of money, but it wasn't open to us what those money were being invested on. So one of our major concerns as Nigerians is in the fact that since 5 billion naira will be recovered in 3 months, that means a total of 15 billion naira will be recovered in 9 months, which is not even viable yet if they are going to extend the cancellation of this foreign trade. So what are they intending to invest this 5 billion naira in? Do they want to invest it in agriculture? We don't only want to hear that they are investing this money, they are recovering 5 billion naira. What will they use it to do? These are things that will help Nigerians to know that we are being carried along in this administration. So do you have any other thing you want to say to this before we move on to our next story? All right, so taking you through to the next story that we have for you today, the headline says, dump your dollars, Naira will appreciate soon, Presidency tells Forex speculators. speculators. Nigerian's currency, naira, has in recent months slide downward against major currencies like the dollar, going for a $1 to 1,500 naira in parallel markets. The presidency is optimistic about better days for the naira and is asking currency speculators to dump their cash of dollars. Nigeria's economy, the Nigerian's naira currency has recently slid downwards against major currencies like the dollar, going for $1 to 1,500 naira in parallel markets. But the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, recently cleared the country's FX backlog inherited from the previous administration, a move Presidential aide Bayo Ononuga said will lead to the appreciation of the naira. With backlog FX settled, naira is set to appreciate for of dollars to avoid sorrows and tears, the special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on media and strategy wrote on his X handle late Wednesday. So this is really beautiful, but then Nigerians should, our leaders should learn to, at the same time, they should learn to, manage their season of joy. The fact that 500 naira does not mean Nigerians are happy. At the same time, we want to give kudos to the CBN governor Cardoso, who has been able to clear the FX backlog of Nigeria. I think they are owing about $7 billion, and he has been able to clear it. But now, what do you think? Do you think it is a good development that naira to dollar is around 1,500 naira? Is this a good development in your own opinion?
I don't think it is.
Okay, so what would have been your reaction to what is currently happening? Do you think this cancellation of FX backlog, like FX backlog is the money the federal government is owing to commercial banks, and this money is not money that this current administration is owing. It is money that the debt they inherited from the previous administration of over $7 billion. Now, they've cleared this debt now. Now, how do you think this debt, this debt that has been cleared, how do you think it is going to help the stability of this economy? Okay, beautiful people. In my own opinion, this is really a good development on the part of Cardoso, and he has done really well. He has kept to his word to clear debt that was owned from the previous debt we inherited, not owned, the debt we inherited from the previous administration. This is a good one. And this is one of the best things we have heard so far in the past 8 months of this current administration. And thanks to Cardoso, who is living up to his words. At the same time, one of the things we should consider is that this is a previous debt owned by the previous administration. How is it going to help in the stability of our economy? How is this cancellation of debt going to help improve the different sectors in our economy? Thumbs up to them. But at the same time, one of the things we should be considering is that we should consider how the economy will develop. This is not a problem about Forex alone. This is a problem about how the economy is going to improve. And we should not forget that the fact that this backlog has been cleared does not stop the fact that dollar is still around 1,500 naira. It doesn't stop the fact that the economy is still hard for Nigerians. It doesn't stop the fact that Nigeria does not have the strength in production. It doesn't stop the fact that as long as we keep investing our time and energy on foreign trips, on foreign exchange, as long as we keep investing our time and energy on foreign trades, it doesn't stop the economy from remaining unstable. So for us to have a stable economy, we need to put in more energy on production. We need to put in more energy on making more investments on locally made goods. That as much as President Bola Tinubu has cut down foreign trips, we also want to see investments being made on our locally made products. We want to see investments being made on agriculture, not only agriculture, because agriculture is not the only thing we can invest on in the country. We can also invest on entrepreneurs. We have a lot of business owners that the only thing that they need is investment to help their product to push what they do out there. And this is going to further create employment opportunities for Nigerians. These are the things that we are looking at. A good one for clearing backlog. But let's work on what we have. Let's work on how to improve on the thing that we have. And also, this will lead us to the third headline to be reviewed with you today. And still on the story of FX backlog, the foreign airline says show evidence of payments. Foreign airlines tell FG. Following reports that the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has cleared all valid foreign exchange backlogs, foreign airlines yesterday questioned the claim. President of Association of Foreign Airlines and Representatives in Nigeria, AFAN, Mr. Kingsley Nwokeoma, who spoke to Vanguard, called for evidence of payment. Nwokeoma said, and I quote, "If they've paid, they should let us know how much has been paid. Where is the evidence of payment? They should show us evidence of payment and we will thank them because payment is what we want." The backlog of trapped funds made foreign airlines stop releasing low inventory tickets. Nwokeoma also said, although foreign airlines have been told to get their funds from the banks using the rate of the I&E window, they refused because the current I&E window rate differed from what they used in selling tickets. And this is making us to ask, who should we believe? Is it Cardoso or should we believe this foreign airlines who said evidence should be shown? Sometimes I feel like this country we're a joke because here we are made to understand that FX backlog has been cleared. And here is the foreign airlines telling us that they should show proof of payments without evidence. There's this popular saying that if you not get evidence, you go explain tire. So let's assume this is the case with the foreign airline, with this administration, especially to the CBN, to show proof of payment. Like I have always said, we will keep tuned and keep you tapped on this story to see if CBN will show proof of payment, evidence to show that truly this FX backlog has been cleared. And moving to the last headline to be reviewed with you today, it says, this headline is taken from The Nation and it says, Tinubu said security challenges over soon. They can't defeat us. Impressive. President Bola Tinubu said last night security and economic challenges will end soon. The challenges will soon be over, Tinubu told National Assembly members who were at State House for iftar to break Ramadan fast. Tinubu noted the challenges will not defeat Nigeria, acknowledging concerns. Tinubu praised the armed forces for their sacrifice and vowed to uphold Nigerian sovereignty. He said, and I quote, "Yes, we are challenged, security challenges around us. Our armed forces are trying, but we will not allow them to undermine the integrity and value of our armed forces. We will continue to encourage and fight for our sovereignty, our individual right to exist, banish poverty from our society. The national challenge we face will be over. The economic challenge, we are about turning the corner. Our revenue is improving and you can see it's reflected in the subnationals. All we have to do is to manage ourselves much better. There is light at the end of the tunnel and Nigeria will smile again. I know you share bread without butter. Maybe this time around, we will put butter beside your bread. The challenges of security will be over. They can't defeat us. We have to rescue our country. It's in this freedom and strong determination that we believe we can bring about prosperity to everyone. We are entitled to it, and I assure you, you will partake in the prosperity. He thanked the Senate for its work, particularly in the passage of the student loan bill into law. Now, Mr. President speak on insecurity, said these challenges will be over soon, that they can't defeat us. But we should also not forget that there are some students in the custody of abductors in Kaduna State that are yet to come back to their families. We should also not forget that abductors of these children made a demand of R1 billion, which the federal government is not saying anything about. And we were given 20 days ultimatum. Today is the 7th day. We have less than 14 days, 13 days to go for this ultimatum to be met. And this abductor said they were going to kill these children. At the same time, we should not also forget that 15 other persons were kidnapped in the same Kaduna. 87 other persons were kidnapped 3 days ago. At the same time, some persons were killed in Niger State just yesterday. Virtually, most occupants of Niger State in a particular local government, which I can't recall right now, they are on the run for their life because people are raising down their houses all to insecurity. And here is Mr. President saying we should not, we cannot be defeated. So what is your take? Do you think security in this country is being improved on? At the same time, we should not forget that the people that are supposed to be shielding us were killed some days ago. These people cannot safeguard our lives. If they cannot keep us, how sure are we that we are safe? So what is your take on this story? On security. Do you think security is being improved on in this country with all that has been happening around us?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay,
because if it is, we'll see evidence, and would not shout, nobody will cry or mourn for anything. So it's supposed to like put more effort, like bring in more equipment in form of security, even to the students, because we can't just be going to school and at the end of the day, like our parents will not see any of us because of anything. So it's supposed to like put more effort, like more security, and make sure everything is to be put at place.
Wow, that's amazing. So Nigerians are looking forward to more than this talking. Nigerians are looking forward to action, like you have rightly said. Nigerians are looking forward to actions being made, actions being taken. That's the word. Actions being taken on how insecurity can be curbed. I think virtually everyone in this country has become a motivational speaker. Even I can motivate you. At the same time, motivation from our president is a good one. But at the same time, we want to see motivation being backed up with actions. We want to see measures. The lives of these children is not more important. At the same time, I in particular want Mr. President to talk about these children, this ultimatum, since they cannot negotiate with the kidnappers of these children, and since they are not interested in paying ransom, we want to see that, we want to hear about it. And just yesterday, the General Buba made a statement that they cannot disclose all the things they are doing on the background on how insecurity can be curbed on, and on how they are going to get these children back to their parents. At the same time, we want to see beyond encouragement. We want to see that, we want to hear things such as more soldiers has been recruited, more ammunition has been recruited on. These are things that ensures accountability. The government is accountable to us. Beyond motivation, we also want to see actions being taken on how insecurity can be curbed. And this will lead us to the end of the newspaper review for today. We are sure you've had a good time so far. And like I've always do, I will keep you tapped on this hot gist, as it is hot here, right here at Prime Media TV. Also, before we leave the studio, we would like that you follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Prime Media TV. On Instagram, we are Prime Media Studios. On the website, we are enginespeak.com. At the same time, you can follow us on our YouTube channel at engine speak. And this will lead us to the end. I am Ayo. Until I come your way again, do have a great day.